Hello friends, this is Dr. Antoine Nyongeku, your coach in data analysis using R tool. In this video, I'm going to show you how you can perform market basket analysis or association mining analysis. And remember friends, when you learn this market basket analysis or association analysis, you want to find some relation and you want to find some combination which are made in buying some products, and this may be interesting for all companies or organizations which have many products. And remember, it is this same principle which is used when, for instance, YouTube is recommending some videos, or when you go to Amazon website, you see recommendation of some product. It is based on this market analysis, and you will see there are some recommendations which are made, and this can be useful, for instance, for an organization when you want to recommend some product, or when you want to make some propositions of product, and or when you want to make some arrangement of your product. Because analyzing those such combinations, you can see how you can make available some product just for your customers, just to present products which are frequently bought by customers. And this analysis is important. And in this video, I will show you how you can calculate items frequency, item frequency visualization, finding association in SARS analysis based on confidence, support and lift, relationship visualization, redundant rules analysis, finding what influenced the purchase of product X. To perform a market basket analysis or association analysis, you need to have some libraries like arules and arulesbit. This library arules is for making analysis, and arulesbit is for making some plots or some visualizations. Let's learn these libraries. Okay, now I just learn these libraries to make them available in working environment. And what is next? I will just work on data which are in package arules, which is called groceries. And if you want to have access to data in library, you need to use this command to see data which are in library. When I run this command, for instance, I will see some data set which are in arules libraries. And as you see here, friends, you see we have so many data set, and we are interested in groceries. This data set. I will be working on groceries data set. Okay, friends, now let's call this data set in working environment by using this command. This command here you see is to just call the data set groceries in working environment so that I can work on it. Let's run this command like this, friends. And if you want to know the description of the data set you want to work on, you just need to use this command like this. When you want to see the description of this data set, you just need to use this command. When I run this command, you will see I will have some description which will come here, which will appear here in this space. Let's reduce this space so as to make it clear the description of this data set, because I want to see the description of this data set. You see here, friend, the grocery transaction data set. You see the grocery data set contain 1 month or 30 days of real world point of sale transaction data from a typical local grocery outlet. The data set contains 9,835 transactions, and the items are aggregated to 169 categories. This is the description of the data set. And let's continue. I just want to analyze. Market basket analysis or association mining rule is to analyze what kind of items or what kind of products which are bought together when you analyze transaction, when you analyze the SARS, and you want to find those products or those items which are generally bought together. Now I can just make summary of this dataset, groceries. Now when I run the command the summary, I have some results, and you have some instruction here. Look friends, now this is the number of rows or number of transactions, this is the number of columns or items, and here you can see here density. This is the number of row cells which are non-zero. That means where this is the number of items which were bought. And here you can see most frequent items. For milk, for instance, you see the number of transactions, 2,515. Other vegetables, you see the number. Rose buns, you see the number of transactions. Soda, you see the number of transactions. Yogurt, you see the number of transactions, and so on. When you continue to analyze, here I can see, for instance, the size. Here I have 2,159 transactions with one item, 1,643 transactions with two items. Here you see I have 1,299 transactions with three items, and so on and so forth. Okay, when you continue, you will see the minimum. We have minimum item one, have one. Here we have first quartile 2, and so on. And you can see some other instruction, include extended item information, example, label, frankfurter, sausage, meat, and so on. This is the description of your data set, some instruction or some description on your data set. And you can also inspect some items, some products by running this command. You want to see those items, those products. And by running this command, you see the first transactions are made by, the first transaction is made by these items. The first transaction, citrus, fruit, semi-finished bread, margarine, ready soups. This is for the first transaction. The second transaction is made by tropical fruit, yogurt, coffee. Third transaction, whole milk. This is the fourth transaction, fat fruit, yogurt, and so on. This is how you can analyze transaction when you are making market basket analysis. This is just to inspect how transactions are made. For instance, when you inspect one transaction, what was sold, what the customer bought for this transaction. This is what it means. And we can also analyze frequency. We can just analyze frequency. This can be useful when you want to find, for instance, what core support. Let analyze the frequency. Now you can see here, for instance, this for this item frankfurter, you see the frequency, and you can also can analyze frequency of 6 items. Let's run this command. You will see the frequency of 6 items. You see, for instance, the frequency of this one, sausage, you see the frequency, live loaf, you see the frequency, meat, you see the frequency, and so on. These are the frequencies of this item in whole transaction. This is the number of the item divided total number of items divided by total number of transactions. This is what we call frequency. When you want to analyze the frequencies for all items or all products, you use this command. And when you run this command, for instance, you will see the frequencies of all items or all products. Let's run this command, friends. You will see the results. Let's reduce this space. For instance, this one, I just want to reduce this space. And you will see what you have as frequency for all items. You remember we have more than 169 items, and you see all the frequencies of all those items. Look, friends, this is the frequency. See here, frequency. Let's see if I can just reduce the number after. Let's see if I can just reduce the number after comma. Let's first put 2. Let's see if it can work with this command. This is to reduce the number after comma. Let's see if it can work. Okay, now it's okay. Okay, now it's okay. I reduced the number after comma. But you see there are some zeros. And look, but it seems better when you compare to the previous presentation. You see this is the frequency of each item is presented in this result. Okay, friends, this is the frequency. You can see articles which are mostly bots. By using this command, you can see items which are frequently bots. And you can also make a visualization based on the support. Support is nothing but is the frequency of each item, because you take the number of the frequency of an item and you divide it by the total number of transactions. This is the support. Let's plot, for instance, items which have support which is equal or greater than 0.2. Let's run this command and you will see the results. If you can find some products which have support which is greater than greater or equal to 0.2 or 20%, you see whole milk has a frequency of 20%, and you can, as you can see here, friends, the frequency of whole milk is greater than 0.25. And you can also, when you are making some analysis, you can just reduce the supports when you want to visualize those products or those items which have support which is equal or greater than 10%. You can run this comment. You will see here the result, the visualization. This is the visualization of item based on the support or frequency. And as you can see here, friends, those items which have support which is greater or equal to 10%, you see we have tropical fruit, we have root vegetables, you have other vegetables. You see here, friends, we have whole milk, yogurt, root, and so on. And you can also plot top 10 grocery or top 10 items. When you want to top 10, you indicate here, friend, 10 here. When you want top 10 items, you just need to run this command, this one. You see those top 10 items based on support. If you want just to visualize top 5, you just need to run this command. You know this 5. If you want to visualize top 20 items, you see here we have a 5. If you want to visualize top 20 items, you need to run this command, like this, friends. You see 20, we see 20 here. You see 20 top 20 items in your SARS or your transaction, because we are analyzing our transactions. Just to visualize this result or this plot or histogram, you can see top 20. As you can see here, friends, this is top 20 products, and as you can see, this can give you information about or regarding products which are mostly sold or bought by customers. As you can see here, you can see whole milk is the most frequently bought product, other vegetables, loaves, beans, and so on. Now, after making these analyses, you can just try to analyze association or market basket analysis. But when you want to do such analysis, there are some indications that you have to give in your model. And just say I want to visualize them, and you will see what those kind of instructions. And when you are working with this video, you can stop it and read those instructions. You can read those instructions. Yeah, you can indicate in your model. When you are indicating in your model, you can just specify those indications in your model. For instance, here, this is the minimum number of items to be included in the rule, and this is the maximum, and so the maximum length of the item that can be included in your model. Let's include the size here to let you see the whole description. Okay, now you can see from here, you can just see those instructions that you can include in your model. You can stop the video and just read the description of these instructions. Okay, friends, let's continue with my model. Now, I'm going to learn a model without any specification regarding support, confidence, or any other instruction, just default model. This is, I want to run the first model using default values. Let's learn this model, friends, because I'm trying to find some rules which can find some combinations of products which are frequently brought together. Look, friends, let's run these comments. This is the model, and this is the visualization of our model. This, when I run this comment, this is to visualize the result of this, because I will save the result of this model in this model 1. This is indicating model 1. Just I want just to say model 1, and when I run this comment, just to run the model to see to print the result of model 1. And as you can see here, friends, look, let's clean here. As you can see, when I run this comment model 1, look, friends, you see the result here, it is 0 rules. When I do not specify anything regarding support, confidence, or lift, I have the model found by default. There is no rule. No rule is found. Now, because I'm making analysis, I have to specify some, for instance, support. This is the number of the frequency and the confidence and minimum length. As I shown here, minimum length is the minimum number of items required in the rule. Let's run this model, and you will see if we can also find some rules. Let's run this model. Let's run this, friends. Now, when I run this, you can see here, friends, when I specify here some support, confidence, and the mean length, you can see we have here, we have 45 rules, because I have specified some indications regarding minimum length, regarding support, regarding confidence. You see here, friends, we have 45 rules. Okay, now I can continue. When I want just to print or to analyze those rules, for instance, when I run this command, okay, that's the same. But when I want to see the summary of this model, I just run summary of the model. Let's see the result of the summary of this model. Then, as you can see, we have some instructions regarding, for instance, you see we have 45 rules, friends, summary. And when you can look well on the result, we have here 2 rules with 1 item. So we have 1 rule with 2 items. We have 38 rules with 3 items. We have 6 rules with 4 items. When you make summation, friends, of these rules, as you can see, this becomes 45. This is the rule. how those rules are made. Those rules are made by one rule with 2 items, because remember, indicating the minimum item mean length was 2. And we have 38 rules with 3 items, which are, those rules are made by 3 items. And we have 6 rules with 4 items. Rule, when I say rules, it's combination. When, for instance, we buy sugar, meat, and so on, this is rule. The first combination is made by this. You will see when I really inspect those rules, you will see those are combinations of products which are bought by transaction. When you want to inspect all rules, use this command. When I want to inspect all those rules, I use this command. And let's increase the size here, friends. Now let's also reduce here so as to see some indications. Okay, you see here, friends, for instance, you see here we have 45 rules. You see the last rule is made by root vegetables, whole milk, and yogurt and other vegetable. This is the combination. When you buy, what does it mean? When you buy root vegetables, whole milk, yogurt, you can also buy other vegetables. It goes together. These operations or these items go together or are bought together. Let's see the first rule, the first combination. Look, friends, here, left hand side, this is the right hand side. The first combination is the baking powder, which goes together with whole milk. And those support, we have this support, we have this confidence, and we have coverage. And there is another indication regarding lift. Lift here. Okay, this is the lift. So this is, let's see if I can show you this indication here. Lift. Lift, normally, it is an indication of association. The rule of thumb is that if lift is greater than 1, that means there is association between a product. But when a lift is less than 1, that means there is negative association. But when lift is 1, that means there is no association, no positive or negative association. As you can see here, friends, you see here we have a low lift which is greater than 2 here. See, for instance, here. And this is the second rule is made by other vegetables, frozen vegetables, and whole milk. You see here this third rule is made by curd yogurt with combination of whole milk. Other vegetable, curd, whole milk. This is what, when I say about rules, those are those combinations which are made when they are making purchase. It means items which are bought together. That is what it means. Let's see, when you want to inspect, for instance, 2 rules. The first one, second one, use this command. Look, friends, when I run this command, that's I want to inspect just the first and second rule. You see here, those are lifts I'm talking about, lifts, which indicate whether there is association or no association. Count here, this is the number of occurrence or the number of time we found these combinations. This one, because the rule is this made by this. First rule, you see, baking powder with whole milk. How many times in whole transaction we can find this combination? Or in other terms, how many transactions you can find how many transactions you can find which are made by baking powder and whole milk together. That means a customer came and bought baking powder and whole milk. How many times you can find this combination? This is what we call count here. We have 91 times. Okay, for the second combination, for second rule, we have other vegetables and frozen vegetables. And we found this combination is made by other vegetables, frozen vegetables, and whole milk. How many times we can find this combination? You have 95 times. This is what we are analyzing. What kind of combination is frequently made when customers are buying the product? Okay, friends, we continue. Now we can sort using lift, because remember I told you that lift is an indication which can allows you to tell you whether there is association, positive, negative association, and so on. Now, when we sort by lift, let's see what we have in our model. Look, friends, we are sorting based on the lift, and as you can see, you will see the first rules have lift where we are sorting decreasingly. We are sorting. Let's clean all this, and we run this comment. It will be easy. Now you will see those combinations, but we are sorting based on a lift. The great number of lift is the first one. It will be the first one, and so on. Let's see if you see now. It is difficult to see because there are many indications. You see lift here. Lift. This is lift. Lift. You see here we have this one. You see the second one is this one. Third rule is lift is this one. As you can see here, this is greater than this number. You see here the second, third, and so on. As you go, the lift decreases. Okay, friends, this is sorting by lift, but you can just inspect some rule for rules based on lift. This is the comment when you want to inspect only for rules. You can see here what you have, friends. You see the first rule is made by, let's see, the first one, citrus fruit, root vegetable in combination of other vegetable. That means when you buy citrus fruit, root vegetable, there is chance to buy other vegetable. Now, as you can see here, this is kind of a combination which is found, and you see the lift is very high. You see the second rule is made by tropical fruit, root vegetables, whole milk, and other vegetables. You can see the lift is here, and so on. You can also make sort. You can sort based on confidence. Confidence is the, let's say, the probability. The higher the better. Higher confidence, the better. Higher confidence indicates it is the great chance to increase the item in the row. Let's learn all this comment. This is making sorting in our model based on confidence decreasingly, and we just need to inspect 10 rules only, or top 10. Let's run this comment. This is sorting based on confidence. You can see those rules. Let's clean all this one and run this comment. When I run this comment, you will see, friends, those rules based on confidence. Look, friends. Okay, you see those rules when based on confidence, butter, yogurt, whole milk, and so on. You can also do the same using, when you run this comment, you want to inspect based for rules based on supports. You can use this comment, or this one is the same. When I run this, I just need to analyze based on support first rules, and as you can see here, friends, you see support here is support same as frequency. Support you can see here, friends. As you can see, it is in decreasing order, 0 to 1, 0 to 1, and so on. Okay, now I can also inspect 10 rules based on using support. This is the comment here. You can see here when I run this comment, this that indicates model too. This one, this is our model. When I want to inspect based on support, 10 rules based on support. Now you see those rules. You see other vegetable, yogurt, whole milk. You see the support here, and so on. You can also do it based on lift. lift. Here, this one, lift. When you want to inspect based on lift, it will run this model. And you will also see those rules based on lift. It all depends what you want to analyze, or the purpose of your analysis. Okay, these are the results, and then you can make a visualization of your rules by learning this command, where within this command you have combination of support and confidence. Let's reduce this space, for instance, here. Let's run this command. You will see this kind of combination. This is plotting visualization of rules. This one. As you can see, we have many rules, and it will be difficult to make visualization. This is to reduce over plotting. You see this one. Product. Let's increase the size of the plot. Now, as you can see here, friends, because we have indicated 50% of confidence, and now you have these are supports, and product which, for instance, which are here have confidence which is around 50% or 0.5, and as you can see here, support is less than 0.01. Those products, and as you can see, products which are here have higher confidence, but support is less than 0.01, because you see there, when you make a projection, you see now we are here. As you go here, this side, you increase the support. As you go this side or this direction, you see we increase confidence. This is what it means. And you can use also another network top 10 plot when you want to just make a plot of top 10 based on support, because this is one we have made previously, top 10 support. This one, if you want to make this one based on this one, because remember I was sorting top 10 based on support. This one you can do top 10 support, you can use lift and so on. This is the visualization of your rule based on support. Let's run this command. You will see how it will look like. Okay, friends, this is another kind of visualization. You see, I don't have enough space. That's why there is a problem when I'm making visualization. And the space is not very sufficient. That's why there is a problem of visualization when I make a visualization. But I can continue. This is kind of visualization, no problem with this. Let's use this also. This is another way of making visualization. And no problem, just you see it is running, because I have a small space. It's difficult to make a visualization of those rules because we have so many rules. And I can just find some redundant rule. Okay, friends, now this is the result of visualization. And I can inspect redundant rule, which are rules which have same confidence, or some combinations which have a small confidence, while there is general rule which has higher confidence. Let's learn this model, because you see I'm working on my model. I want to see if there are some redundant rules. Let's run this command. Now, as you can see here, friends, there is no result. There is no result. That means there is no redundant rule. Let's learn also this, if I can use also this command, because I'm trying to find if there is redundant rules. Let's run this command. As you can see here, friends, integer z, because there is no redundant rule. If there is redundant rule, normally I see those rules which are redundant. Now let's continue. Let's see now. Let's see if there is no redundant let's see, when I run this command, this is to find non-redundant rules, to find those rules which are non-redundant. Let's run this command. Normally it will be all rules, because when I try to find a redundant rule, I didn't find any redundant rule. When I run this command, there is no redundant rule. That's why you see here, friends. Let's clean here. I want to see if in this, to find a non-redundant rule in my rules, because remember I have 45 rules. I want to find among 45 rules which are non-redundant rules. Now that this command, if there is some redundant rule, normally they will be excluded. And when I run this command, because you see here, friends, I have 45 rules. You see here I have 45 rules. That means all those rules are not redundant, That's why I have 45 rules. But if there were some rules which are redundant, they would have been excluded in our rules using this command. Now, let's see another concept which are related to influence. To find whether, for instance, to find which kind of product can influence the purchase of product X or Y. Now, suppose that, for instance, I want to see what kind of product influence the purchase of other vegetable. I consider one product. I want to see those products which have influence on the purchase of other vegetable. I learn this command, this one, by indicating right hand side other vegetable. You must specify here right hand side the product you want to reduce, to indicate, so you want to analyze. Let's run this command. I want to find those products which influence the purchase of other vegetable. Now I run this. This is the model. You see we have 10 rules here. Now I want to analyze, to investigate those rules. For instance, let's run this command. This I'm just making. I want to sort decreasingly by based on confidence, and I inspected this rule. Now you see those products which have influence on other vegetables are, let's see, sorry, these products which have influence on other, you see other vegetable here. You see citrus fruit root vegetables. This is in the first row. Second row, the tropical fruit root vegetables, whole milk. You see here we have other vegetables. Third row, we have tropical fruit root vegetables. You see here these are combinations found, and so on. You see total count, number of transactions which we found this combination. In this combination, for this rules, to this rules, you see we have number of counts. You see, if you want to inspect, these are products or items which have influence on the purchase of other vegetable. Now you can also try to find you can try to find products which are influenced by another product. For instance, what the purchases did the product root vegetables influence? Which are product, when I buy root vegetables, which other products which I want, I will buy or you buy? This is the kind of command you can use. Left hand side. In this case, we have the left hand side. And you can try to see, you can change the noun of product and so on. I run this command to find if there is a rule. You see, friends, here. First of all, I want this. You see, there is no rule. That means there is no product which were influenced by this product, root vegetable. Because you see here, there is no rule. You see, no rule. You can try to find some other. You try with some nouns of product, or you can try to see with some other product. For instance, let's see, when I change, for instance, in place of root vegetable, I put other product. Let's see, because when you are that analyst and you have to make some combinations, because you are trying to find, let's find, for instance, if there is products which are influenced by the purchase of whole milk. I just need to copy this one. I do like this, friends. Look, I just paste here whole milk, and I also learn to see if there is rule. Let's run this command, and you see here, friends, there is no rule. You see here, there is no rule. Now let's see, for instance, when I just include here to find a product which have influence on purchasing or buying whole milk. Let's replace here and indicate whole milk. Let's run this model to see if there is rule. Let's run this command. You see, friends, here we have 33 rules. When I try to find some product which have influence on buying whole milk, you see we have these rules. You see rules here we have. This is how you can change, how you can analyze, how you can find some product which have influence on other pages of other products. Okay, friends, this is analyzing influence. And now let's show you other principles. If you want to get stronger rules, you have to increase the confidence. This is the example. Depending on what you want, they say if you want to get stronger rules, you have to increase confidence. Here, for instance, because remember we were working with 50%. Let's learn these rules, good, and you will see if there is a rule or not. I will show you how you can deal with it. Here, for instance, friends, let's see, we have 45 rules. But when I increase here, because we are working on confidence, when I put, for instance, 6, let's see if you can get rule. How many rules you can have when I increase confidence? When I increase, remember the principle is if you want to get stronger rules, you have to increase the confidence. Remember, we was working with 0.5 or 50%. When I increase 60%, you see with 50% confidence, we have 45 rules. But when I increase the confidence and I indicate 60%, you see here, friends, we have only 4 rules. You see, we have 4 rules here, friends. 4 rules. But when I increase again, confidence, let's put here 7. Let's see the number of rules we have when I increase 7. When I increase, you see, friends, now the results, we have a 0 rule. You see here, friends, 0 rule. No such rule can be found, but I can just stay with 60 here. Okay, this is the same because I was just showing here. I put 6. And another principle is if you want to length your rows, increase the maximum length. This one, maximum length. This is the maximum number of items to include in a row. Now you see here, we can just indicate 4, for instance. Let's learn this model to see whether there is a rule or not. Let's run this. I'm interested in number of rules. We have 4 rows. You see, friends, here 4 rows. Here, because I indicated here the number of. Let's change here. Instead, I use 50% confidence. Let's run this model when I just keep 50% confidence. Let's learn if there is, to see whether there is a rule. You see here we remain with 45 rule. 45. But when I increase here, maximum length, maximum product to be included in the row. Let's run this command, this one. Let's see whether we remain with 45 low. You see here, friends, 45 low. Let's remain with 4. And what else? If you want to eliminate a shorter low, decrease the mean length here. Mean length is this one. Let's, for instance, put here, let's remain with here 5%, but because the first model we have a 50% confidence, that's why I will just need to remain with 50. Let's, for instance, remember in our model 2, we used 2 length, minimum length was 2. Let's change here, and I put 1. Let's see what we can have when we change here. Let's see we remain with 45 rows. Okay, friends, now this is to inspect our model. When you want to inspect the row or those rows, because you see we have the same rows as the first model. Model 2, I learned after learning the model by default. Remember, I made model 2 with some specification regarding support and confidence and minimum length. And remember, friends, when you learn this market basket analysis or association analysis, you want to find some relation and you want to find some combination which are made in buying some products, and this may be interesting for all companies or organizations which have many products. And remember, it is this same principle which is used when, for instance, YouTube is recommending some videos, or when you go to Amazon website, you see recommendation of some product. It is based on this market analysis, and you will see there are some recommendations which are made, and this can be useful, for instance, for an organization when you want to recommend some product, or when you want to make some propositions of product, and or when you want to make some arrangement of your product. Because analyzing those such of combinations, you can see how you can make a variable some product just for your customers, just to present products which are frequently bought by customers, and this analysis is important. And was just kind of showing you how you can perform market basket analysis or association mining analysis for your organization, as it can help you to make some decisions regarding recommendation, regarding making available products, and so on. And this is the end of our presentation, friends. If you like this video, I invite you to make some suggestion, recommendation, or I also invite you to subscribe to my channel if you haven't subscribed to my channel. Thank you for watching this video. For next video, bye.